Well, we're in the camper. We didn't really work on it this weekend. We met up with some friends and went camping in our big camper, not too far from the house, but it was kind of nice to get away and just relax for a day or two because we've been going pretty hard at the camper for, last month, probably?
Yep.
So it was nice to get away and just relax a little bit. We are running out of time. We have quite a bit to do yet. Some of the things we have to do are trim work, benches, or painting, building a table. What else?
My mom's going to come up this weekend and we're going to work on the upholstery. And she's going to help me sew curtains, and I have to do all of that kind of stuff yet.
I'm not sewing.
So there's a lot of little jobs to be done, but they all take time. So
yeah, let's do it.
Where the indoor projects start. We don't want to get sawdust in our stain, so brought it inside. Later this week we're going to be in here doing sewing projects and stuff, so this is the fun part, the finishing projects. 800th trip to Lowe's.
Post Lowe's run, but with ice cream.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. And tonight we're going to try to work on the upper shelf up there. There's all kinds of odds and ends stuff that needs done, and
maybe paint a little.
Maybe or stain.
We'll
sand.
See.
Who knows?
Whatever. Okay, we're officially under 3 weeks before we leave.
We have a lot to do yet.
And our little helper is here today. Yay! So we have about 12 hours. We're going to see, maybe not 12 hours. I don't know how long we have. We have like half of a day. So we're going to try really hard to get a lot done today.
Yes, we are.
We are doing so good getting stuff done today. Kinsley has been such a great help. We have the walls painted twice already, and Jared built this cute little spice rack for my spices, because just because we're camping doesn't mean we don't want good food. So I'm going to stain that quick. She's now out painting with a different color, painting the boxes. So we're just really getting stuff done today. It's relieving some of my stress, which is good. We're going back to Lowe's. This time we're going to return stuff, so that'll be nice.
But we're still buying something.
Of course. We're going to try to do our best today to gather the rest of what we need, so we can spend all afternoon, evening tonight, and then some time on Monday as well, because it's holiday weekend.
Yep. Memorial Day weekend.
And try to get this camper done. We got so much done yesterday. Our little Kinsley helped us so much, and I just feel a lot better now than I did, but we still have a lot to do, so off to Lowe's we go. We're finally getting there. We are both now on the same schedule. We have off on Fridays. So this weekend we spent just all of our time working on this camper. And I think we're almost done. So
just some odds and ends.
Yep. We have all these little jobs that take a little bit of time to do, but need to get done. So we're going to keep working on those today. We got our cabinets installed they're drying, and I'm going to work on the door latch today. Jared's going to work on the electrical system. So we're going to try to get this wrapped up in the next couple days.
Yes, we are. Our cargo trailer had, I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but it's basically a big bar with a big latch that goes down to close the door. So what we want to do is we want to take that off, because what we don't want to have happen is in the middle of the night, you know, somebody comes in and locks us in and we can't get out. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount an RV door handle, I think that's what they call them, to our trailer. Now, there are not a whole lot of videos describing how to install one of these in a new trailer door. There's enough videos on there how to take an old one out and put a new one in and all that. But Joel Tremblay, I think he's the Chuckbox guy on YouTube, so give him a follow. He did a really good video on installing one of these door latches on a cargo trailer almost exactly like ours. So hopefully between his video and the video we're going to do, there might be enough information out there now for people that are wanting to put these door latches in. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a piece of wood that's about as thick as our door, even if I have to put two pieces together, and I'm going to practice cutting out and making a template, so to speak. This one came with instructions. This is I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. We can put the link in our down below in our description. But it comes with the measurements on how high and how wide and how deep the door needs to be. So this RV entry latch is good for anywhere from 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. And yeah, so I'm going to make a template up, just practice before I mess up our trailer door. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay. You know what they say about the third time being the charm? Fourth time's the charm. Oh, this thing was pretty tricky. A lot of cutting and just kind of estimating what the cut's going to be, trying it and seeing if it works. But I have what I believe now to be a good template for the trailer door. I just put it together so it kind of mock-up of what it's going to look like. But yeah, we got a template to go in now. Our trailer door is less than an inch thick, so I'm gonna actually have to build out or build into the trailer itself a little bit with some thicker boards to make up the gap, because the minimum this needs to be is an inch and like a quarter, and we obviously don't have that. So I guess now the only thing to do is to really lay out the door and just go for it. So it's still being tricky, but I think we're getting somewhere with it, making some progress. So this striker right here is going to basically stick through right in this area here where I have marked out. That's where our door handle is going to be, up here, but obviously on the outside. So I have my template that I made up. This is the outside of the trailer. And we'll go in like that and stick through out here. So I'm going to lay this on here. Make sure this edge, this is a squared off edge. Make sure that edge around here basically comes right out to where that's going to be right there. And score a line. And that's coming out. So our door latch from the outside here to where the housing is around the striker is about a 1/2 inch. So if you can come around here, what I did here was I measured on the inside here, measured in a 1/2 inch and put a mark. And from here out, I'm gonna have to cut out to get that striker to fit in here. because obviously I don't want to cut anything from the other side, because then we'll have to patch the outside. But we'll have to probably put like a piece of finishing wood over here, over the door jamb, so to speak, just to cover up that hole. So yeah, we got to cut out that pretty much a 1/2 inch in. All right, we got the door in. Don't mind the job, it's a little ugly. But like I said, we're gonna put something over that to kind of cover that up. What I do have to do, and I already went ahead and marked it, but I actually have to cut out this, I don't know what you want to call it, this whole trim piece that runs up the whole length of the trailer here. Because I just need this to go that way, just a hair more. But yeah, it's coming together pretty good. Thanks, Joel Tremblay, for all the help and stuff. You actually made this job not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Again, it's a little bit of a headache trying to figure out all the measurements and just make sure everything lines up appropriately. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. I did find out I have to replace some of my weather stripping here. It's starting to go bad, and I may or may not have cut it with the angle grinder. Anyway, but nothing too major. So yeah, we're going to just cut that out. I'm going to pop this back out, take the Dremel tool, and kind of just Dremel out around that metal there, and we'll keep going. Kind of feel like we've been working on this door handle all day long, but it continues to be a fun project. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it there real well, but you can see there's a gap in here between the trailer door and this interior part here. So I made a plate to cover this, like to finish it off, to put the door handle on and whatnot. But I didn't account for the extra spacing in here. So I had to make another, I don't know what you want to call it, flat piece of wood. And I actually have to dado it out quite a bit. I basically have to dado out the inside, the whole width of this silver piece. I'll go show you that here. So this is the first piece I cut out, kind of as a template for the inside of the door. The door's over here. So basically, the door will sit on this, kind of like so, and then that'll mount, excuse me, and then that'll mount on the trailer door on the inside. So, blah, 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 like that. This marks here is everywhere that needs to be routed out. I started routing it out on the table saw with the dado, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. That's too dangerous. So I'm going to use my Dremel tool with a depth gauge and try to just cut all that out. So should be a pretty lengthy process. I don't have my router with me today. My dad's actually borrowing his, it's actually his router. He's borrowing it back. But yeah, we're going to try that with the Dremel tool, see what we can do. Well, it ain't the prettiest. But hopefully it'll work. Might take the a chisel and just try to clean up some of that in there. It's kind of rough. I don't know if it's going to actually be enough. So take the chisel and just see if I can clean up a little bit.
Okay, we're less than 2 weeks till we leave, and this camper still isn't done. So we are home all day today. We are going to work until the wee hours of the night until it's finished.
We are gonna try. Today is gonna be the day we're gonna try to get everything done. That way we have the next 2 weeks basically
To pack.
and work on other stuff to prepare for being away from home for that long. But yeah, we got a lot to do. All right, we're at the point where we're gonna put stabilizers on the trailer. We got these off of Amazon. I forget what the brand is, but we can put the link in the description below. So basically I'm gonna crawl under there, drill a little pilot hole, then run these bolts in, these lag bolts, put it underneath, and that should be good. I got 4 to do, 1 on each corner, and they're pretty nice. Basically, how they work is it'll be mounted to the trailer. You pull this out, it flops down, and then you pull that. And there's a bar that goes in here that you ratchet it tight to stabilize the trailer. So when we're in there, we don't accidentally roll it down a hill somewhere. But yeah, that's the next step. Okay, we're at the point where I am gonna start wiring up our camper with the breaker panel. On a previous video, we'd already installed the breaker panel so we could place where our bench was gonna go and stuff. But anyway, I got all the wires ran for everything. I'm gonna drill a hole to put our outdoor plug right in that area somewhere. I gotta drill about a 2 7/8 inch hole. I had to get a hole saw on Amazon because the local hardware stores didn't have any. But yeah, we're gonna drill through the side of the camper again, run cable from the inside to the outside, then run everything into the breaker panel, and keep going. All right, so I told you guys I would do somewhat of a detailed video, and with a phone call to phone a friend. Thanks, Dad, for your help. We got this electrical box underway. So one thing, when you're, according to the electrical code of the United States, I guess, when you are grounding a panel box, like in your home, you would normally bond the negative and the ground together inside the terminal in the box. But in a camper, you don't want to do that, because I guess it could basically cause a short, cause a fire and something like that in your camper. Or you could be electrocuted if you would touch bare metal and you're touching the ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my hot neutral, which most of the time it's black and white. I'm gonna run all my neutrals and hot positive into the terminal box here, and I'm gonna leave all my ground outside the box, which I'm then going to tie all together. And down in there I have a hole drilled for the chassis, and that's where I'm going to tie all my ground together. So all the grounds are going to be pigtailed together with one wire ran into the chassis down in that little hole down there. It's a little tight to work in there, and it's just a little time consuming, but that's what you have to do so you don't kill yourself.
Well, we haven't had rain here in a really long time, and we're working on our table for the camper, and we had just hurricane downpours.
Hail!
Hail. I ran up quick and got a jacket, but if you can see, we have ankle deep water in our garage. So we are trying to get this cleaned up as fast as we can. Our French drain system that they have in was just caked full. We were trying to shovel and rake it out, but It's just totally crazy. Looks like the camper did okay, but now we have to worry about cleaning up this garage. I'll turn the camera around here so you guys can see it.
I'll have to give credit to Katie on this find. She found this at Harbor Freight. It's an ATV rack. It was on sale about a week ago. About 300-pound capacity, which will be more than enough for our generator. And it was cheaper to go buy this than it was to go buy the materials and make my own. And it's a lot solid than making one out of wood. So we're just gonna mount this on. I got some U-bolts here. We're gonna lay it in the frame, put the U-bolts on. That's pretty much all it's gonna take.
So after watching probably 100 YouTube videos on van builds and trailer builds and camper builds, I figured out that every van out there has one of these Lagoon table legs. So I went on Amazon. I did not buy the Amazon or the Lagoon brand. I went with the Amazon brand because it was a lot cheaper. It seems to be a really nice quality. Everything works the way it's supposed to. So we have our tabletop kind of roughed in. It's not sanded or stained yet, but we're going to try to get this mounted so we can finish painting in the camper. And then in the meantime, we can do our staining and stuff to the tabletop. But yeah, we're going to try to get this thing mounted on here. So after our little setback last night, we decided that tonight we were gonna have to work, even though it's Sunday and we really don't like to do too many projects on Sunday. I like to use that time to spend together to relax and stuff, but we are running out of time majorly, so we have to finish this camper. So we are going to work on our table tonight. We mounted the leg last night, but the tabletop isn't quite ready, so we're gonna sand that and get that ready to be stained and polished and just keep working on all of these little projects.